Hey Garden Guardians, welcome to Angel Loves Garden. Peace and blessings to all. Let's get growing. Hey Garden Guardians, it's Angel aka Lily with Angel Loves Garden, and I'm going to do a quick little dish, side dish, or it could be also eaten as an entree from some of our garden produce and some items I'm going to put together. I was asked about doing a possible recipe video for eggplant because a lot of people said they don't really like eggplant. They haven't tasted a dish that they enjoy. I do really like eggplant. It can be bland by itself. It needs seasoning, and it does actually absorb the flavor of the items that it's cooked with. So if you cook it with onions and garlic, it will absorb the onions and garlic flavor and take on that flavor. If you cook it with anything like peppers or anything else, it pretty much absorbs the flavor of whatever you cook it in. So I'm gonna attempt to show sort of like a mini stuffed eggplant recipe. Also, we're not just going to stuff the eggplant because the eggplant are pretty small. These are patio eggplants, so this is like the length that they'll get. They'll only get this big. So we're going to stuff these patio eggplant. We're also going to stuff this, it's supposed to be an orange bell pepper, but it never turned orange. We're going to go ahead and cook that and stuff that as well. We're going to use some of these green, they're lemon boy tomatoes, but they have not ripened yet, so they're still green, but we're going to go ahead and cook them and use them as part of the stuffing. We're going to use the eggplant insides as part of the stuffing, some of the pepper insides as part of the stuffing. We'll also have jalapenos, just a few of those. We'll have some of these onions from the garden as well, the onion tops and the little onions. We'll use some of that squeezable minced garlic that you see here. We'll also be using some of the veggie griller crumbles. In my household, we eat mostly vegetables. We do. We just do. Once in a while we may eat some chicken. We do eat fish and shrimp and seafood. We'll eat that more than chicken, but we mostly eat veggies. So we'll be putting that veggie crumble into our stuffing mixture. Also, we have that Swiss cheese. You see, it came from Food Lion. Okay, we have that. We're going to probably put some of that on top. And we have a little bit of this spaghetti sauce. It's pasta sauce. That's roasted garlic pasta sauce as well, that we're going to put in the mixture as well, and probably put a little bit on the bottom while the eggplant and the peppers are baking. And this is sort of a take on, you could say maybe eggplant parmesan, or some people do like pizza or lasagna eggplant. It's all like similar to that, okay? So it will provide a lot of flavor to the normally bland eggplant. And I hope you guys like this dish, and maybe you can try it. So let's get started. It's our stuffed eggplant, stuffed patio eggplant, and also stuffed orange bell pepper, which is still green because it never turned orange, but it's going to get stuffed and eaten today, okay? Alrighty. Alright, here we go, y'all. I'll show y'all what I'm going to do next. Oh, and I almost forgot, I still have some of my dried herb seasonings that I dehydrated previously. So I'll use a little bit of that too. That's crumbled up at the bottom. So we'll put some of that in there for flavor as well. Alright y'all, so the first thing I did, because I'm going to try to make this a short video and not very long at all, and kind of tell you what I did without actually showing a whole bunch of it. But the first thing I did was to actually go ahead and cut the top off of the eggplant. So I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but I used this to scoop out the flesh of the eggplant. So now it's just like a little hollow eggplant. It's nothing in there. It's just a little cup, okay? So I'm going to do that with the rest of the eggplant, and I'm going to do the same thing with the green pepper. Alright, and any of the flesh that's not real seedy, we're going to use that as part of our stuffing. Like this part doesn't have a lot of seeds, and this top doesn't, you know, we could probably cut that up and put it in our stuffing as well. We won't be using that over there because that has a lot of seeds. But that's what I'm going to do with everything. I'm going to also chop up the tomatoes and cut the top off of the green pepper, the rest of the eggplant, and scrape the insides out so that we'll be able to stuff them. And then I'll show you also when I get ready to do the mixture and what I'm going to put in the mixture. Alright, here we go. I'll be back. Alright, Garden Guardians, we've gone ahead and hollowed out that green bell pepper and also the eggplant. So we've cut up the green bell pepper top. We've cut up some onions from the garden. Also, we cut up the onion greens. We cut up jalapenos from the garden. We cut up these yellow boy tomatoes that are still green. They're from our garden. This is the tops and the insides from the patio eggplant from our garden. We also have some basil, sweet basil that I have some growing here in the kitchen in the mini greenhouse. So I got some of that. I cut some up here, that basil, and also I cut up some pineapple sage. So we're going to mix this together. I'll probably use these two pieces as garnish on top. I may use some of the other items as garnish as well, but they'll also be in the mix. Also, we went ahead and microwaved our veggie crumble for 2.5 minutes. We just put a little bit of this veggie crumble in here. I don't know, what would you say, maybe a cup? Maybe a little bit less than a cup of it. And we microwaved it for 2.5 minutes. You don't need to microwave it a lot. We're going to put it in the oven and bake it some more, so not necessary to overcook it. And we're also going to add some of the sauce, the tomato sauce, the pasta sauce. We're also going to add some of this minced garlic. Now we do have some garlic in the freezer, and we have garlic cloves too, but I'm going to use up that minced garlic before it goes bad. And we have a little bit of our dried dehydrated seasoning that I'll be using some of that. Now I did also want to show you that yes, there were several seeds from the eggplant, the tomatoes, and the green peppers and jalapenos. But in this particular dish, the only thing I'm going to save the seeds for is that pepper, because I so far have only gotten one pepper off of that orange sweet bell pepper plant, and this was it. And so these seeds hopefully will help me to get be able to grow more pepper plants, orange bell pepper plants next year, because I don't know if I'm going to get any more off of that plant. It's not producing any blossoms or anything, so it may be done. But at least I'll have these seeds so I can plant it again next year. So we're going to harvest these seeds off of, you know, this part of the pepper later and save those. All the other inner parts and scrapings, I'm not going to keep them. I'm not going to put them in compost because they have several seeds, and they'll probably volunteer plants in my little compost area, and I don't want that. So unfortunately I won't be saving those seeds. They will not be going to compost either, because we're not trying to grow plants in our compost. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and combine I'll be combining all of these ingredients, including the veggie crumble, and I'm going to mix it all together, and then we're going to go ahead and stuff them. Okay, so we had a lot of the mixture left over. So what I did was to go ahead and put it down in there on the sides around the eggplant and the pepper. Because why waste it? That's good food. Let's go ahead and use it. What I have now are Swiss cheese. I really like Swiss cheese. It's like my favorite cheese. That and pepper jack. So I'm gonna lay these 2 slices of Swiss cheese on top, and then I'm going to also put the other herbs and things. We have a layer of Swiss cheese there, and it's going to melt down on top of our pepper and our eggplant. Now what we're going to do is use the rest of this that we were saving, put on top. Also, we're going to sprinkle a little more of our homemade seasoning on top as well. Then we're going to put this in the oven. For how long? I say let's just put it in the oven for about 20 minutes. It doesn't need, I mean, the vegetables are done. So I said put it in the oven for about 20 minutes. The vegetables, pretty much, they just need to cook or heat up. Again, even the crumble, it's vegetable crumble, so it doesn't have to be cooked like till it's burnt. It's already done, as we also put that in the microwave. So we're just going to sprinkle, add the rest of our toppings. Alright y'all, so this is what it looks like before we put it in the oven. We have sprinkled the rest of the green pepper, or technically the orange bell pepper. We sprinkled the rest of that, the jalapeno, the onion chives, the rest of the pineapple sage, the rest of the basil that was cut up, and the rest of those lemon boy tomatoes that were still green. We sprinkled all that on top, and then we put 2 of the basil leaves on top. So we're gonna now put it in the oven and let it bake, y'all. And then for about 20 minutes we're gonna let it bake. Then we'll take it out and I'll show you what it tastes like. All right, what it looks like and tastes like. All right, see y'all back in a few. All right, Garden Guardians, it's been about 20 minutes that we had this baking in the oven. All that Swiss cheese is melted, nice and brown and melted with the seasonings on it. And as you can see, it's bubbling and sizzling. So it's too hot for Lily to take a taste. So we're gonna wait a few minutes for it to cool off. Then I'll come back and we'll taste it, all right? All right, Garden Guardians, so it appears to have been cooled off now. So I'm gonna get some. Let's see, let's get one of these. This looks like this one fell down. Let's get this one. Little baby eggplant. taste that. Give me a little extra sauce. And a piece of basil. Let's taste it. See what it tastes like. See, it's very tender now. It was firm at first. Now it's very tender. So all the stuffing's come out. Let's just get some. Okay. See what it tastes like, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, that's good. I definitely love eggplant, stuffed eggplant, eggplant parmesan, eggplant lasagna. I've made all of that before. Fried eggplant, baked eggplant. Put it in like pasta sauce as a meat substitute. It is absorbing the flavors of everything in it. I can taste the basil, I taste the seasonings, I taste the onion, the pasta sauce. I actually taste the eggplant as well, but it's not bland. It tastes like flavorful. I can taste the lemon boiled tomatoes. I taste the green peppers. Well, the green pepper. I taste the basil really well. Yeah, that basil has good flavor. Alright, y'all. Before this turned into a mukbang, in my opinion, it was good. It's a healthy dish. It's vegetarian. And it was very good, okay? I like it. I'm gonna get some more of this. Like I said, I'm not trying to turn this into a mukbang. This was just someone asked me if I had a recipe or something that was quick that you could do to eggplant, because eggplant they found was not flavorful and they didn't like it. So this is one recipe you can do because it'll absorb the flavors. And it tastes really good to me. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you can let me know. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say. But this is really good and I'm going to get some more to eat. Okay, y'all? I don't have much else to say except that this was really good. And I think it would be a good recipe if you want to try it. You can stuff all kinds of vegetables, eggplant, peppers, you can stuff the tomatoes, you can stuff all kinds of vegetables, you can stuff onions if you wanted to, you know. So I would say this is a good recipe in my opinion if you want to try it. If you don't like eggplant, maybe this will turn you around from that. So thank you so much again for watching Angel Loves Garden. I appreciate y'all watching. And y'all stay blessed. Bye bye.